when I first took DP in year 12, we started with a foundation year where I learned a lot of new skills. I learned to use ink, I learned to use collaging, and that all helped me with the artwork that I started to do when I first got to pick my theme. But when you get to pick your theme, you're almost given complete freedom. Of course, you need to pick something more reasonable, but it's almost anything that you're interested in. So for me, I personally picked dreams because that's something that's fascinating, and I've always been interested in surrealism, so it was just a natural fit for me. And so that gave me, and as soon as we started doing pieces, we were given complete artistic freedom for the rest of the DP year. We were able to use tons of materials, and I learned so many new materials to use that I've never done before. And using all these skills, I've created a wide variety of pieces for my body of work, using things like textiles, using glass, using sculptures. It's really expanded my horizons in art, and I've never, no other class has given me this kind of freedom to express myself and to improve my skills and actually enjoy it the whole way. So in the DP course, over both the years, we'll be doing 2 parts of written work. One of them will be the process portfolio, which will be basically you recording anything that you do in the class. It doesn't even have to be one of your final pieces. It can be anything that you've done, and it gives you a chance to explain your thought process and how you your inspirations and artists that you've looked at into over 25 slides of work. And most of it, a heavy focus will be on the work that you've done. So it's really you writing about how you've come. So you'll be having a thorough look at your own artwork and your own processes, which will really help you come to the best final piece you can make as you document the whole process and see your mistakes and what you can improve. And it lets you benefit from anything that you've done in your artwork, because even if you screwed up, if something didn't work, you can write that down and that will help you. And then along with the process portfolio, there's also the comparative study, where you look at 3 pieces of artwork from artists that relate to your topic. So again, there's the freedom of picking nearly anybody, as long as there's enough information on them. You have the complete freedom to choose any artist that relates to your body of work. So it's really, again, your own interests as you get to explore the artists that you chose. You explore how they create their pieces and the meaning behind their pieces. And this really helped me with analyzing artwork, because before I never really had looked at in depth into an artwork as I did during the comparative study, as I had to write several slides about each work. And it lets you really focus in on the art aspects rather than looking at rather than writing another biography of the artist. And that again helped me create my own pieces, as each one of the artists I covered have greatly inspired me even to pick our topic in the first place. And here we have some examples of what I've been doing. So one of my more talents I'm more used to is watercolor, but that's more new for me is doing it on such a large scale. I've also started doing sculptures. They're learning to assemble them in different ways. I've never used wire before, so that's brand new to me, because the art room does have a ton of variety and there's also glass painting, and I learned to adjust it to what I wanted to do, since glass is such a versatile use. Using plexiglass, I was able to combine it with acrylic paint to use as many colors as I wanted. I also learned how to do printing throughout the year. Not only screen printing, but lino block as well, but I can't show those pieces because they're too large. And all of this. And I really hope you choose to take DP Art next year, because it's really helped me as I plan to continue for art in my career in university. And without it, I don't think that I would have really been ready to even go out into the world with art. So I think if you do choose it, you will enjoy it. Especially if you have a passion for art, for visual art, and just enjoy drawing. This does let you explore it to a greater extent and to more in depth.